later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Two teams more than ready to get this one started, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. On 1st and 10, Harrison. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. The Vikings had 5 and 6 to start play. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, Harrison. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 42. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. This defense for the Vikings, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. That's complete to Dobbs. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles, 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys. Because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence. Show some aggressiveness. Go pick it up.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Here we go. 2nd and 12 at the 22-yard line.
Looking to throw. Harrison got it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0.
The score, Packers 10, Vikings nothing.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Back to throw. Harrison. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. First down. Here's the run with Cook. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Vikings nothing.
second down, it's Cook again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Jones again on second down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Taken right around the 44. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Looking to throw. Harrison. And complete right side to Cook. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves. This is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They go play action here on 1st down. Dalvin Cook now catches on back-to-back plays. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Off the play fake. Harrison. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team. Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to pull your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So good. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And able to use his blockers to get this over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd down and 3. Now Rodgers. He finds his man complete. It's Shepard. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. That makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, but that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. The 20. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Throwing on 1st down, Harrison. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for two. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, this game has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers now to throw. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
He finds Watson complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. Back to throw. Harrison. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And got his man complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a man open down the middle of the field and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
It is a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
To throw on 3rd down, Harrison. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook,
A 14-yard touchdown.
and the Vikings have got it back to within a score.
The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the 1st as well.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown!
Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you can just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
And points certainly not at a premium here.
19 Tiger.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On third down, Harrison. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, the football changing hands here, and this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The offense on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Now Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out when they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Harrison. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Packers are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but That's going to wind up incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
This pass caught by Hamler. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Here we go.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Cook now off the read option. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Harrison. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down.
Let's go now.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath. It lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashioning together a heck of a resume.
Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try to get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
18 Cardinals.
They'll run with Cook. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
They have one big call left. Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Trap 60, trap 60. 19 tight, 19 tight.
He'll look to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Jones. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They'll try the left side. Compton, and he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.